This little island would change our lives forever. It was supposed to be uninhabited, but we ended up finding a real-life castaway who was almost dead. We're gonna go head over there and just chill out.
We're here!
Yeah.
We got some terrible news. We just found a kitty. And
stuck on the island all by itself.
so someone dumped the kitty on the island. And we can't leave the kitty on the island because it's just a kitty. So we got a scuba mask and we have filled it with some ice cold water. And so we are giving the kitty a little bit of water. And we have to make sure that this kitty is taken care of. Poor little gaffer. The kitty finished all the water that we dumped out into the mask and then goes, "Phew, phew." That was so cute.
Mm-hmm. Hey, oh, it's okay. Have some more. Oh.
Hey, you like sailing? Yeah? Okay. That seems to be a yes. Is the water too cold? It's probably just right.
Yeah, I bet you're hot, hey? Sitting in the shade.
It's so sad.
Yeah, don't know why she's here. Very skinny. Pick you up. Quick.
We're definitely not going to leave the kitty here. So we're going to see how much this kitty likes sailing for a little bit.
Let's go. Come on.
I'm coming, don't worry, kitty. The water's coming too. Meow, meow, meow. All right, beach day is over.
Almost there, little bub. Big bub is taking us back.
Welcome home, kitty.
What do you think? Having a good look? What do you think, little bubby?
I know we need to clean up.
So we got a fan on, and ever since we turned it on, she's been sitting right in front of it.
We're not quite sure how much we're supposed to feed her. We're not sure yet. Has to feed. We're not sure how much we have to feed it. But we're gonna get a little bit of chicken going maybe, and just little tiny bits at a time every kind of hour or so maybe.
I think you can smell the chicken. She's just started meowing a lot, haven't you? Hey, sit down.
There you go. Look at that. Now, it's only a tiny bit of chicken, so you gotta just eat it slowly. That's not gonna happen.
No.
We can't feed you too much too quickly. Aww. It's microwaved chicken that's been cooled down with water, so it's not too hot.
It's nice and moist for her.
Delectable.
Yeah.
Hey, what about some of this? Some more of this. Want more water? I can't give you more chicken right now. Look, I'm gonna teach you all about refeeding syndrome, okay? And that's what you're gonna get if I give you all the chicken that you want right now. You can have all the delicious water that you want.
Big step. We spent the rest of the day hanging around with our new crew member, Coconut the cat, or Coco for short.
I like it. Nice to meet you, Missy, on the home. Okay, but you're gonna eat on my home, no? Me, I cooking for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So we're off to go to the little Kuna village near us on one of the islands.
It's right behind you.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, the boat swung around since I last took notice. So yeah, we're amongst 3 islands, the one that we checked into the Kunayala area, the one where the town is, and one that was just totally deserted, and we found a little coconut for the cat. We're going to go to the village now. We're going to see someone that we met yesterday. He came out on his little boat and showed us kind of get our surroundings and what to do at immigration and all of that, and he invited us to his house. So we're going to go there. We might have a look at the little shop that they mentioned, and we're just going to go have a little look at the island and the town itself.
Yeah. All right, let's boogie.
Yeah.
Want to unhook us?
Oh.
We're going to pull the engine up, turn it off, and pull it up and just paddle in so we don't destroy the prop.
It's very shallow here. Kind of reefy and seagrassy, but we're at the town.
Come in. That's why. I have my daughter here in the hammock.
Ah, wow.
Ladies are sleeping. Okay, this is my house.
Oh,
I
that's
have
nice.
the 7 children.
Wow.
I have the man and my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful. Now they're making the
I go over.
Yeah, my wife says typhoid, no, what can we
Oh,
Hey, now the ladies are making the mola.
yeah.
Okay.
Move out of the way, please. Can you? Yeah, that's okay.
You are? Oh, okay, that's great. Take to her.
The parking is crazy here.
So this building here, it's big and it's the town hall. And then we just went past the area that has water collection off a tin roof.
I have to.
Something on the solar panel. Solar panels.
Really, any little bit is not good.
Put in the solar
It's
panel.
really bad. You lose like 50% of the solar for just little tiny bit.
This one they cannot. It's working in here.
So that's the school boat. It brings kids from other islands to the school right here. This is the little shop in town. Shop's very empty, no fresh food. Buenas. Just mostly a few cans and a few bottles of food, and then some ribbon and material for their clothes, which a lot of the women have very nice clothes here that they're hand making.
Every year, I have in the school every day is the practice in the 3 o'clock.
Do they have a volleyball around here?
In here now, no, but
So we're back in the dinghy. We're just going to row out and go back to the boat and get a volleyball because we've got a volleyball on the boat. We actually have 2, I think. So we're going to go get that because they have a volleyball court here, and it didn't seem like they have a volleyball, but we're not 100% sure. But either way, an extra one will be very handy, and the kids said that they'd love it. Well, their dad did. So we're going to go get that, maybe some fishing line, and maybe a shirt or something. And then we're going to go back and have a coconut and just have a chill out on the little island. Everyone was very nice there. It's very clean. It's really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Their punishment when someone does something wrong is they have to clean up the island for 12 hours, from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
And potentially for a number of days, depending what they did. and every evening they have a
Congress.
Congress, he called it. So they all go to the Congress building and have a big meeting and decide on issues that they're having, any problems people are having, and that's where someone might get sent to stay on the island, but from 5:30 in the morning have to clean up for 15 hours.
Yep.
Sounds like a pretty good way to run a village, I think.
So we got a volleyball because there was a volleyball net and we were told the kids really like playing volleyball. No doubt that they have a volleyball on the island if they really like playing volleyball. This is a really, really good quality volleyball. Probably we should have like a bunch of not good quality volleyballs to give out, but it's the volleyballs that would like last longer, but we only have 2 volleyballs on board and we have them because I really like playing volleyball. So we're gonna give up one of them and hopefully the kids will enjoy it, and even the adults, everyone will get to play some volleyball. And I'm about to hit a reef, excuse me. Volleyball? Do you play?
Hey.
See, I play too. What's your name?
Thank you.
Name? Darcy. So you
baloncesto, hágale, Mari.
There you go, man. No problem. Thank you. It's a really, really, really good volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, it's a. And we got some fishing line for you. It's really, really strong.
Yeah, strong.
Really, really strong. So it's for big fish. Big fish.
Thank you, man.
No problem. Hola. Want some fishing line?
Yeah.
There you go. There's some hooks and some line. Okay? Give me a high five.
Thank you.
De nada.
Bye-bye.
So we're just leaving the island and we've been seeing 2 boys fishing a fair bit, just all around the island, and they just kind of chucked the line in. So we brought an extra bit of line. We had a whole reel that we haven't used.
I mean a bit? Like,
yeah, a bit.
It was a good like kilometer of line.
Yeah, they were absolutely shocked when we held it up. And we had a big thing of smallish hooks, which is I think what will be perfect for them. And then the whole reel of line. And when we held it up, they were like, woo! And very happy and yelled out to their maybe parents or some family on shore, and then started rowing back around the island and waving and saying thank you. So that was nice. And they're out here working hard getting fish, so we know they're going to make good use of it, and they're really happy.
Yeah. Whoa there!
Just taking the bridle off and then pull the anchor up and get going to some new islands.
That are very, very far away.
That's him being sarcastic. They're extremely close because there's so many islands around here. Got a bit of sand on it, so I might put it back down, clean it. I'll just let that go down and clear off that sand while we start making our way over to the islands. On our way to the next set of islands, there was one new boat that pulled up overnight here. Otherwise it was only us, so we're going to see if there's a spot over at one of these further islands up that we can see some masts at. So it looks like there might be a few sailboats up there. We're away from the hustle and bustle of the big city life back there now, and we are at what looks like pretty deserted island. I can't see any buildings. Oh wait, I can see a little little shelter down one end, and down that end there's 4 sailboats, and where we're heading to the other end of the island there's 1 sailboat, and I think I can see maybe a dwelling down there as well. But otherwise it's covered in palm trees and white sand, and I'm just going to keep a good lookout now for any kind of unexpected shoaling or coral or anything like that. And at the moment it looks nice and deep. We're looking at Navionics, OpenCPN charts specific for this area, and also Google Earth. We've had a look at the satellite imagery. So this looks like a pretty relatively easy area to anchor, considering some of the areas around here.
Our anchor remote isn't really working too well. Probably not ideal. It says error rotation pulse check. And it's going crazy. So it's kind of dangerous because I gotta undo the bridle and put my fingers in a tight spot while this is going nuts.
Kind of got a mind of its own at the moment.
Yeah, maybe we should shut off the breaker for it while I take off the bridle.
Yeah, so it doesn't move. So the reason we're moving this morning is because we talked to a bunch of other cruisers last night at a beach barbecue and a fire, and they do charters around here, or they've been sailing around the San Blas for a long time already, and they said the spot we're in, because there's a special type of wind, forget what it's called, but maybe I'll write it down, but it comes from the south, and so the spot we're on at the south of the island is not the best for that wind if it comes while we're here. So we're moving around the corner pretty much, just around the other side of the island, on the other side, not the full other side, but on the east side I think. And I'm going to stand up the front now and pay attention, look for any bommies, because there's lots of shallow bits around here. Darcy's just said he's had problems with the steering at the moment, with the steering wheel not working pretty much. So it's okay, both our engines are working. So we will be able to use both engines to do the steering just at this nice slow speed and to get anchored again, and then we'll have to obviously check that out and see what the problem is. Hopefully it's something that we can fix with the stuff we've got on board.
Okay, that should be plenty. Also, as soon as we got into the cut where it was like, you can't like back out, the steering was awful. Like,
yeah.
Absolutely terrible. And it almost like wouldn't go to wheel lock. So if I went like all the way to one side, it wouldn't stop. It would just keep going and keep going. And it didn't do nothing, but it did almost nothing. So I had to use engines just to get us in here. So a couple of boats we know here that gave us the advice to come in here are leaving today. So we're probably gonna re-anchor as soon as we get the steering problem figured out and the anchor remote figured out. But paradise.
Yeah, problems in paradise. There's worse places to have them.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Our water system's not working anymore, which is fine. We know what it is. All it is the pipe, like the pump lost its prime. So we've disconnected the water line down here from the tank. And I've connected another hose to it, and I'm picking it up as far as I can so that I can pour water in here and then have the water then go into the hose all the way up. The pump is under the stairs, so it's about the same height as this funnel. So the water should go in here and should go all the way up to the pump, and it should neutralize, like it should
reprime it.
Yeah, exactly, reprime it. I don't know what neutralize means. But here goes nothing. All right, so the funnel is full. Now, Yvette, if you could do me a favor and just flick the water on, and then as soon as I tell you to, pretty quickly, turn it off again.
Okay. Tap open.
Tap open. And as soon as the pump kicks on, turn the tap off.
Okay.
Off. All right, so it worked. Everything's good. I'll show you what I did down here because it might be hard to see. Okay, this is what I did down here. So this is the water uptake from the tank. The tank is down in there. And so I had this hose attached to this pipe so I could hold it up and fill it with water with the funnel. And then I quickly just detached it and put it back on. And we have water!
Yay. Time for a swim. I'm dripping as well.
The best thing about being in the Sandblast Islands is the fact that you can go for a swim. After every single job, you can go for a swim. In between jobs, you can go for a swim.
In between swims, you can go for a swim.
Exactly. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3.
I nearly jumped on you.
Oh, what am I doing, you ask? Just rewiring, kind of hot wiring, sort of weirdly, anchor windlass, because the windlass remote for anchoring is completely fried. So we have to come up with something else, and we're pretty close to another boat right now, so we need to kind of, the wind shifted in kind of a way that was unexpected, so we need to move to a better spot that's about 100 feet forward. 30 meters. What I'm doing is hooking up this 3-way switch. This is actually a 3-way switch for an anchor, like for a windlass. It's just really cheap, so we don't really want to permanently install it. It just came with the windlass as like a very cheap option. We realize now that we probably should have several different ways to raise and lower the anchor, so we're going to order some parts for that. Probably a foot switch. Hopefully we're going to get a new handheld remote under warranty, and then maybe a higher quality one of these kind of switches over at the in the cockpit. So for now, this is just going to kind of be jankily put together in a safe enough way for it to work. So if you pass me the camera, so right here you can see this is the windlass switch, and these just kind of hook up to each one, and that is pretty simple. And then we have to do the same thing on this side. There's 3 switches here, and the 3 lines hook up, and then if I get it right, up will be up and down will be down.
And right now we're in the starboard forward bedroom.
Yeah, it's
taking the mattress off.
The mattress is off, everything is off. It's really hot. It's pretty windy outside, so we really need to get this done. Yeah,
and the wind's blowing from more like the northeast, so like the complete opposite of what we were expecting. Which is why we've kind of swung a bit closer to the shore and the boats.
And there we go. Now with our very long amount of wire that we have that can switch out or move out all the way to the front of the boat, we just want to attach some connectors. This job is going to go pretty quickly, I think, but it's one of those things that you really wish you didn't have to do. And of course, it's like the windiest day in like the past like several weeks, when we're in the tightest anchorage that we've been in forever. So the yellow connection, the yellow wire should be in the middle here, and that's hooked up. And I'm not sure if the up or down, I'm not sure which is which. So I'm just gonna connect one and then go up or down and see if it works.
have to have all of them connected?
Doesn't appear to be working. I have a feeling I know why.
Why?
I'll explain to you as soon as I know I'm right. All right, that took longer than I'm willing to admit. So the breaker was turned off, but that's not the reason why it didn't work. So the center port here has to have power going to it, not neutral or not ground. So I screwed up the wiring, but the breaker was off. It wouldn't have mattered anyway if the breaker was on, but when I fixed the wiring, I went to like test it with my multimeter here and I couldn't get anything, and then I just realized the breaker was off. So it's testing okay with the multimeter, so if I'm correct, I should be able to connect these two to these ports. I don't want to connect them too hard because I don't know if I have them the right way. But I should be able to hear the windlass go off now when I move this.
Yeah. Finally.
That switch here, the relay, is a lot louder than I anticipated.
Yeah,
it kind of
same.
spooked me. Okay, so it works. Now we just got to go make sure that the up is up and down is down. Because if you see on this switch, it's labeled up and down. So, do you want to go up top there and tell me if
Which
it's
way
either
it's going?
pulling in or if it's putting out chain?
Sure do.
So you want to go look at the windlass? Tell me up or down?
Okay. Ready? It's going up. Yep.
How does the new windlass remote work?
Well, it works. That's about it. We might need to pretty it up a little bit, but for now, the main thing is that we've got it working.
Okay, and we can go to the front of the boat and still see where the anchor is and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we can walk. I can walk it up, I can walk it back, and then we can put it in here for now, out of the rain.
Coconut here has been doing fantastic. There's a couple of potential problems that she could have, and one of them requires antibiotics and surgery to fix. So we're not anywhere close to a vet right now, plus she's too skinny to go in for surgery. But we do have some antibiotics on board that were meant for humans. When we talked to the vet said that these antibiotics are also used on animals, just at a lower dosage. So we've cut up some of our antibiotics and put them in this chicken. And so hopefully it's just going to give her a little bit of help fighting her infection until we can get her to a vet to get some surgery. So hopefully this goes well. Not yet. Here's the antibiotics on my thumb. And she's not eating it.
Too clever.
She only wants pieces that the antibiotics have not touched. No, you can get your paw out of there. Okay, you can take that piece.
Good girl.
Is that it? Yeah!
Good girl.
She ate the package.
Yeah.
You want to lick my hands? Okay, you get the rest of this chicken. I should probably break this up a little smaller. All right, so first medication done. Hopefully it's gonna just improve her a little bit and help her fight that infection. We can kind of fatten her up. We're trying to get a vet appointment for like a week from now. And we've been told that's the soonest vet appointment they would possibly have, but we're not sure if they would do the surgery then or not. They have to look at her first. And we have to backtrack by like about 100 kilometers, 60 miles-ish. But that's all well and good. We'll figure out some other stuff to do while we're backtracking and probably feed this little rascal a little more.
Yay. Hey. She's found her next favourite spot, out on the chair out here. Got a nice breeze, don't you, Coconut?
And she just had a bath.
Yeah, I just gave her a bath, that's why she's fluffy. Still a little bit wet, but she went and sat out in the sun for a little bit and then she came back to her favourite spot. And I think she actually quite liked the bath.
What you got there?
Little pussycat.
Hello,
Ready.
Coconut.
Ready to go on her first ever adventure, aren't you?
All right, jump in.
Ready? This is the car. Oh. We've been invited over to another boat, SV Dark Horse, for dinner and drinks tonight. And they requested we bring our little Coconut here. So it's her first time in the dinghy, apart from when we saved her off the little island. She's very inquisitive. She's been tired and sleepy all day, but looks like she's got a little bit of energy now.
Yeah, it's a little bit cooler.
So the people we're going to see, they were our line handlers across the Panama Canal, and we met them up in Mexico. So it's cool to be down here in the San Blas or Gunayala with them now.
And they also gave us a lot of cat food.
Oh yeah, that was so lucky. So they had a cat, but it's back at their house now. So they had leftover cat food on the boat that they don't need. And so this one got some cat food, didn't you?
And treats.
You want to go on board? I can smell dinner. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today? This is the famous Coconut.
So skinny.
And we'll just leave you with Coconut because we know that's the reason we were invited. We got some beers for the fridge for you.
Fantastic, thank you so much. Superior.
From Mexico's finest.
Fantastic.
What do you got there? That looks like a can of cat food.
I was getting excited and make these a little smaller for her just because she's so tiny. There you go. Give you lots of gravy.
Ooh, the gravy kind.
Yeah.
Are you good at being a beer holder? Are you good at being a beer holder? She doesn't want to hold my beer. Go on, split them up and I'll try and figure something out.
So Coconut's found her new favourite little spot to sit on this boat. And we're about to have dinner. She's very happy and content. She got some cat food. And she's been given a cat ball, like a treat ball that she can play with. And I believe they're going to look for a cat bed that they have on the boat that they're going to give us. So Coconut's a very lucky girl.
So you barely met. And then...
Yeah. Cheers.
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 Pichilingue. Pichilingue.
Skull.
You're never quite finished on time.
Well, yeah, the trip was just like sunshine, beautiful weather. We got sailing. Dad got behind the wheel. We got the sails up and everything. And why don't you say that again? We're looking at these 3D printed rod holders here.
3D printed rod holders, right? So these are custom designed, just for Dark Horse, but
Pull that down for a second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So this is ABS. It's really tough stuff. Most plastic or parts are made from ABS. So it's very strong, very temperature and UV resistant. So, and then there's a smaller one up here. So I didn't need as much clearance for the gear.
Wow.
And so that's where my rods live.
And you have the 3D printer on the boat.
Yep. That's enough counter there.
Wow.
So those 2 bins right there.
We're thinking here that for Coconut's birthday, Coconut really wanted some rod holders.
Oh yeah.
And Coconut was like, I really want some 3D printed rod holders. Weren't you? Weren't you? See?
Is that what you want, honey?
Look at. She's been practicing her fishing.
Oh,
Reels in, you know.
3D rod holders would be great.
Just like these ones.
These really awesome cups. Okay, this is the other thing that Brian has is a engraver, which is also on board.
Oh, wow.
And so he has a lot of things engraved with Dark Horse. But these cups, you know how you have only a certain amount of space on the boat? So he created this. So it has, here, let me turn the light on. So it's 3D printed and the cups just fit right in there.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
Yes, it's super, super lightweight.
Doesn't need to be super strong.
Yeah. And then we got these new cups and I got it and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I dropped it in and it went right through.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that one doesn't quite work. I felt a little bit stupid.
What do we have here? A cat
Oh my
bed.
gosh, you are so good.
It probably smells like Tigger.
You need to open it so they can see it. This is so super comfy.
Aww.
Yeah, Tigger used to love this one.
Oh, look at that.
You're gonna love that.
Look at that.
Yeah, put it down, see if she likes it. She's gonna be like, wait, what's the smell? It smells like a boy. Oh.
Look, it's a kitty bed.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, it smells like a kitty.
Well, it's been about a week since we found little Coconut here. It was really, really touch and go for the first couple of days. We thought she'd died a few times. She was really, really sick. She's starting to be kind of a little bit on the mend. We've been in touch with a vet and told them everything about her that we can. She's got something called an open pyometra, which is a bad infection in the uterus, so she needs to have surgery for that. We've got her on antibiotics for the time being though, which will keep it at bay, but without the surgery it's fatal. So
Yeah, even with the antibiotic.
yeah. So either way, we do need to backtrack to Colon, which is on this side of the Panama Canal, just where the entrance to the canal basically. So it's a fair way back, but we're going to head there and just get her looked at. She might have to wait a bit for the surgery until she's much more...
Yeah, more rotund. She just needs to be a bit bigger here, maybe everywhere.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other health things. She's breathing really fast and obviously really malnourished, but she's eating well now. And we're so lucky to SV Dark Horse, Brian and Angela, who had cat food on board that they gave us.
Oh, lifesaver.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you very much. If anyone does want to donate for her vet bills, we'll put a PayPal link in the description below. Or, of course, you can join our Patreon, even if it's just for the month.
100% of all of our Patreon stuff is going to Coco and her vet bills. So, yeah, like you said, you can join for the month. Watch all of our videos and break out and not join again. Mm-hmm. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go there? Oh. and so yeah. That way, like, at least, you can get something back for your donation. Yeah. And you can, assuming you like watching our videos.
We've got an extra one every week, so you can watch all our previous ones if you want to.
And they're full-length videos. So we say that it has to be like at least 15-20 minutes. In practice, I don't think we've had one shorter than 23 minutes, and the longest one was 50 minutes. So we put a lot of effort into the Patreon videos that we do make. Yeah. And so then you're getting something back. So.
And for now, everything's going to her because we're going to have quite a few vet visits, I think, and we've got to look at like pet passports and vaccines and all that sort of stuff.
There's so much for her to join the crew full time. We have to have a bunch of stuff, and it's really difficult with her being a Panamanian cat.
Yeah, it's all new to us, but we're looking into it all now.
But just so you know, even if you think, oh, like you can't donate, but you want to make sure she's okay, we promise you, we will make sure that we do everything we can, donations or not, to make sure that she is okay.
Yeah, either way. All right, well, otherwise, until next week.
Yeah. See you next Friday. She would wave, but she's kind of sleeping.
She's just so adorable.
Poor little gaffer.